My name is Phanthian Zuesongdham, Head of Port Process Solution at the HPA. I'm helping people and bridge the innovation for port industry.
Hi, my name is Torsten Kappel. I'm responsible for the ship product line in our business area Digital Solutions in DNV. And I'm living with my family here in Hamburg, which is also my hometown. In your role as the head of port process for Hamburg Port Authority, I would like to understand a little bit better where we are with ports. Are we ahead or are we behind the worldwide digitalization?
I would say it's in the middle, because as we have a very advanced port and also later adopted port, we are exploring a lot of technologies in the process, how we can integrate it into our daily operation. The digitalizations as such could become a competitive advantage of each port. However, how they are transforming is also up to the mindset of the port, how they are working. Are they a very old traditional ports, or are they already like a young port which everything can be done on the green field? The important things of this digital transformation journey of the port is that we are talking to each other, because our customers are becoming more digital.
Yeah, I just can confirm what you have said. So our customers are more demanding when it comes to digital services we are offering. I would be very curious, really, who are the digital leaders when it comes to ports?
I think everyone is looking at Singapore when we are talking about digitalization, the advancements of the technology used in the process. Singapore has always been the leader in different matters. And because of a very ambitious goal that they have set, the government has put a lot of efforts into this industry for Singapore, for them to be a tiger.
I'm more curious. You know that I'm coming from the city here, from Hamburg, and from this perspective, the port belongs to our life. It's very important for the city, and you are representing Port Authority of Hamburg. So any indication which you maybe can give where Hamburg is positioned when it comes to the digital landscape of ports?
I would say we are really in the front runner roles, because we are at the early stage of the digitalization wave, I would say. We were ambitious to explore different technologies, the mega trends which it came. And that's why the smart ports was born, because we put this name, this brand into the port landscapes around the world. And more than 10 years ago, we look how these technologies could really help us. Singapore and Hamburg has one challenge in common, which is the space. We had to double capacity, but without doubling space. You have to make your own experience on the technologies. And that's why we were partnering with different IT companies and also with universities and so on. And we built up a kind of communities also.
When you look back a little bit to the experience which you have now to become a smart port in Hamburg, any lessons learned where you would say, hey, this was really running super, or this was running not as planned? Can you share a little bit about your experience here?
If you would like to go into the innovation journey, you have to allow failure to happen. Failure is something good. It's not something bad. This is the first lessons learned. But how we can really stand up from the failure, how we can make the review on the failure we have done and make it better.
I think this is a key principle which applies to all kinds of change management processes which we see.
You will never have a finished plan, but what you have to have is this imagination. What could it be? How your port could look like? The second thing is that they would also feel that they are involved and would like to give feedback. And this feedback is very valuable for every transformational process, I believe, that you also face with the software developers when talking to the users. This user experience and so on is very, very valuable.
Yeah, definitely. User experience and early customer engagement, early user engagement is very important to have good solutions. Is there a specific vision HPA has for the future port here in our beautiful city in Hamburg?
The future port should be interconnected between the parties using these new technologies like AI, like digital twins. So we are exploiting the best technology that we have at hand to minimize the resource that we would need and also to protect our environment, because the climate change is the main driving factors for everyone. It's a mega trend. Everyone have to decarbonize their own business so that we can save this beautiful planet that we are living in. It's not just the city, but it's a kind of a worldwide effort that everyone is taking.
It's a great picture, yes.
It's a great picture, yes. And a port could be a nucleus for this new topic to explore. But what is certain is that once that we digitalize more, we use more machine and so on, this kind of thing has to be juiced with energies. So the ship will probably juice with no more crude oil, but rather other type of energies. And that's why the energy is a very crucial topic that the port has to concern, because we are acting as a hub.
Regarding safety and security, anything you think would be very important there? What you see coming up for ports? Enhancements, improvements due to technology, due to digital innovations?
Definitely. For example, our colleagues has to climb up into a high bridge, or they have to climb in a very narrow space and very humid or maybe very dangerous. So we are replacing, by using these mobile sensors, the tasks that normally the human being today have to go on themselves. And the next example could be also digital twin, because right now we are transforming our blueprints of the bridges, of the streets, and put it everything in a 3D model. And once that we are planning and new assets in the port, we are starting already with a so-called building information models. And this would help us in the planning phase, in already with the design, that we could see the impact of the constructions of the infrastructure object itself.
Would it be fair to say that we are in the middle of a storm? That we, in terms of digitalization, are also in the middle of a digital revolution?
I just heard a very interesting citation from Klaus Schwab, who is the founder and the chair of the World Economic Forum. He just said that we have been through the first wave of digitalization, and it was an experiment. And now we are in the second wave of the digitalization, which is a transformation. So I don't think that we are in the storm, but we are on the pathway that we have the first lessons learned, we have the first experience that we have done. We know now, okay, what is the myth and what is real.
Just to summarize the lessons learned part, what are the top three really which were relevant out of this experience, what you have learned?
The first thing is that the failure is part of the innovation process and innovation journey. No matter what, you will fail. Second, when you fail, you have to share this and collaborate with others so that the others will not do the same failure as you do. The third one is that when you do things, do it in real environment, then you learn a lot out of that. And then the transformation into the operation, the real operation, will make your life much easier.